Top 10 NBA players traded after their draft pick. Draft night is often full of surprises, but some trades leave teams with decades of regret. While franchises gambled on immediate needs, they sometimes gave away players who went on to define NBA history. Today, we're looking at the top 10 players traded after being drafted, and how teams likely regret their decisions. Stick around, because you won't believe who tops the list. Number 10. Kawhi Leonard 2011. The Indiana Pacers drafted Kawhi Leonard 15th overall but traded him to the San Antonio Spurs for George Hill. At the time, Hill was seen as a proven guard who could help the Pacers contend in the playoffs. Meanwhile, Kawhi blossomed into one of the league's most dominant two-way players, winning 2 Defensive Player of the Year awards and leading 2 teams to NBA championships. By the time Kawhi was named Finals MVP in 2014, Indiana fans were left wondering what could have been. The Pacers had solid playoff runs but never reached the heights Kawhi achieved with San Antonio and later with Toronto. Number 9. Rajon Rondo 2006. Drafted by the Phoenix Suns at 21st overall, Rondo was traded to the Boston Celtics for cash considerations. Phoenix likely thought Rondo's shooting struggles would hold him back, but Boston turned him into a defensive playmaker and court general. By 2008, Rondo was the starting point guard for a Celtics team that won the NBA title. Meanwhile, Phoenix continued to struggle in building around Steve Nash with a reliable backup guard. Rondo's combination of high basketball IQ, defensive prowess, and playmaking made him a cornerstone of Boston's success. Number 8. Vince Carter 1998. Vince Carter was drafted 5th overall by the Golden State Warriors but traded to the Toronto Raptors for Antoine Jamison, who was picked 4th. Golden State thought Jamison's scoring versatility was a better fit for their system. But Carter electrified fans with his high-flying dunks and led the Raptors to their first taste of playoff success. Vinsanity didn't just put Toronto on the basketball map, it made the NBA a global brand in Canada. Jamison had a productive career, but his contributions paled in comparison to Carter's iconic status and game-changing presence. Number 7. LaMarcus Aldridge 2006. The Chicago Bulls drafted Aldridge 2nd overall but traded him to the Portland Trail Blazers for Tyrese Thomas and Victor Kriapa. Chicago banked on Thomas becoming a dominant force, but he failed to live up to expectations. Meanwhile, Aldridge developed into a perennial all-star and one of the most versatile scoring big men in the league. Over the years, as Aldridge carried the Blazers deep into the playoffs, Bulls fans could only lament their team's decision to let go of a franchise cornerstone. Number 6. Chris Webber 1993. Chris Webber was selected 1st overall by the Orlando Magic but traded to the Golden State Warriors for Penny Hardaway and 3 first-round picks. At the time, the Magic believed Penny's chemistry with Shaquille O'Neal would form a dynasty. While the duo had some early success, injuries cut Penny's career short. Meanwhile, Webber became the face of the Sacramento Kings, transforming them into championship contenders in the early 2000s. Orlando's move remains a huge what if, as Webber's all-around game could have created a dominant inside-out combination with Shaq. Number 5. Dirk Nowitzki 1998. Dirk Nowitzki was selected 9th overall by the Milwaukee Bucks but traded to the Dallas Mavericks for Robert "Tractor" Traylor. At the time, Milwaukee thought Traylor's physicality would make an immediate impact. However, Traylor struggled in the league, while Dirk became one of the greatest stretch big men in NBA history. A league MVP, finals MVP, and a champion, Dirk revolutionized the game with his shooting and loyalty to Dallas. Milwaukee's regret only grew as they watched Dirk lead the Mavericks to their first and only championship in 2011. Number 4. Ray Allen 1996. Ray Allen was drafted by the Minnesota Timberwolves at 5th overall and traded to the Milwaukee Bucks for Stephon Marbury. Minnesota believed Marbury's flash and scoring would be the perfect complement to Kevin Garnett. While Marbury had a respectable career, Allen's shooting brilliance made him a Hall of Famer and a key piece in multiple championship runs with Boston and Miami. Allen's iconic three-pointer in the 2013 Finals remains one of the greatest shots in NBA history, making the Timberwolves' decision all the more painful. Number 3. Scottie Pippen 1987. Drafted 5th by the Seattle Supersonics, Pippen was traded to the Chicago Bulls for Olden Polynice and draft picks. At the time, Seattle underestimated Pippen's potential as an all-around player. Teaming up with Michael Jordan, Pippen became a 6-time champion, one of the best defenders in history, and a crucial part of the Bulls dynasty. Meanwhile, Polynice had a serviceable but unremarkable career, leaving Seattle fans wondering how many banners they could have raised with Pippen. Number 2. Kobe Bryant 1996. Kobe was drafted 13th overall by the Charlotte Hornets and traded to the Los Angeles Lakers for Vlade Divac. The Hornets wanted an established center and didn't see the potential in the high school phenom. The rest is history. Kobe became a global icon, 5-time champion, and one of the greatest players to ever play the game. Charlotte's regret is immortalized in basketball lore, as Divac's contribution was forgettable in comparison to Kobe's legendary career. Number 1. Luka Doncic 2018. Luka was drafted 3rd overall by the Atlanta Hawks and traded to the Dallas Mavericks for Trae Young and a first-round pick. Atlanta believed Young's flashy scoring would resonate more with fans, but Luka has already emerged as a generational talent. With multiple All-NBA selections by age 23, Luka is rewriting record books and carrying Dallas into contention. While Trae has been great, Luka's all-around dominance leaves Atlanta wondering if they traded away the next all-time great. From Dirk to Luka, these trades reshaped NBA history, and left teams asking, what if? Like and subscribe, or your team might make the next trade they'll regret for decades.